As you can see, we got a lot of snow in the last week, and it's currently -4 degrees out here in Indiana, where it's a nice, calm, brisk day. But today we're not working outside because it's, well, as I told you, it's -4 degrees. Instead, we're working inside the shop today, and we got a lovely hopper bottom here, and on the other side of that we got a semi. And what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be wool waxing the frame. You can see that there's some rust spots starting to form. Isn't that right, Bubbles?
Yeah, that's right.
Leonard's on the underneath side greasing it as we speak. Isn't that right?
Yep.
But we've tried painting it, and as you can see, the rust is still coming through the paint a little bit in spots. So we're going to try wool waxing it. Hopefully that'll stop the rust. Whereas this hopper bottom, it has never been painted. Well, it's been painted probably from the factory, but it hasn't been painted from us, at least. And so we're going to be trying to spread that same wool wax over the surface of the rust in hopes that it keeps a protective barrier from all the water and salt that gets up in here, because we've had to replace several of these. The fifth wheel plate will just get so rotted out we'll have to replace it. So we're going to try and prevent that from happening with this one. But first, as you can see, we need to wire wheel and needle scale it. But yesterday, before we closed up the shop, we kind of washed it, and we got a lot of moisture still in there, so we got to give it a blow job and blow it all out so it can keep drying before we can needle scale and wire wheel it. So that's what we're getting ready to do right now. Now that we got that drying, it's time to come over here and focus on the semi truck frame. And as you can see, we got some rust here, but that's not really the rust that we're focusing on. It's more of like the flaky stuff here. Like, you can flake it off, because when it rains, it can hold moisture down underneath that. So we're just going to be hitting it with the needle scaler here and trying to bust it off with this. It's just got a bunch of needles down in it, and it just goes back and forth real fast. So just like that, we got all the flaky rust off, and yeah, we just got to do that to the whole truck. So it'll take us a little bit, but should happen pretty fast. Now that we got everything needle scaled and all the rust flakes are knocked off, we need to blow everything off, get all the dust off of everything. So that's what we're getting ready to do. That way we aren't spraying a whole bunch of wool wax on a whole bunch of dust. It needs a nice, good coat on some metal, not dust. So here is the product we are using. It's basically just an oily substance that you can spray on using this spray gun. You just go in like that, twist it on, and you're ready to go. But we need to fill it up first. But yeah, you just spray it on, and it basically, you're supposed to cover the whole frame with it, and it basically keeps water from penetrating down into the metal. So it's just like, it's a water resilient substance that just keeps water from getting down in the cracks of your frame and eventually creating a bunch of rust. So we're just going to pour that in there.
This is a professional, folks.
Is it? This is my first time doing it. Usually it's Leonard that's wool waxing, but today it's me. So yeah, it's, as you can tell, it's coming out of the funnel pretty slow. That's just how thick it is. But I'm very surprised that we were able to spray it on like we are, because it's so thick, but somehow it works, I guess. But yeah, so you don't need your frame or whatever you're spraying it on down to bare metal. It just, you can get all the flakes off and then you're good to go. But it's not like paint where you just have to get it down to bare metal and you paint the whole surface. As you've seen earlier, we tried painting our International Semi frame and it's still rusted. And it's still rusting, so this is our next choice of combatant, as we're going to try and keep it from rusting with this wool wax. Hopefully, we think it'll work. So let's screw it on and hand it off to Milk Dad, see how well he gets along with it. Just got her done. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Got her all wool waxed and she's ready to go outside. Looks pretty good. If you can see that or not, hopefully you can. Now that we got the semi out of here, it's time to focus on the old hopper bottom. So let's focus on that for now. So yeah, it basically just encapsulates the rust and the frame and all the metal, anything on the frame as well, and it just basically creates a layer that the water cannot penetrate. Whereas if you painted something, it's eventually, water's gonna eventually find a crack or something, and water's just gonna eventually get through it, and then you're back to square one. But as you can see, it also never dries, as this puddle has been here for about 40 minutes or so, probably closer to an hour. But yeah, it just never dries. It's just always wet and sticky as always. But yeah, we think it works. We think it helps. But you guys have your own opinions, I'm sure. So maybe you guys think we should have done something different. But I will tell you this right now, we've tried sandblasting our truck frames and painting them, and they're still rusty, so you tell me. Not too thick?
No, I said nice and thick.
Oh, nice and thick.
And
Yeah.
if you twist that in and out, it comes out more or less. You got that figured out, right?
Yeah. Yep. So we just got her finished up here, and she don't look too bad. As you can see, we got all of it covered pretty good. Looks pretty decent. I give it a B+. But yeah, the cool thing about this stuff is you don't have to worry about overspray because, well, it'll just wipe right off. Just like that. See that? And here we are up at the front. We're just gonna curl up here real quick. Take a gander at all that. Shoo! I don't think she's gonna be rusting anytime soon. But yeah, looks pretty good. I think I got it all. So that's good. But if you don't believe us that it actually works, we actually did the white truck and it's over there on the lift. So let's go check in with Bubbles and see what it looks like a year later.
So this truck was wool wax this time last year, and it looks like, man, that looks terrible. But you take a screwdriver, and right there, your wool wax is sitting right under there.
Sure.
So you can see right where that, and that's not like, this frame didn't have a coating on it, so it's actually that wax is still sitting on there. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, it's kind of,
You're just peeling off flakes.
peeling off flakes of wax.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat how that works, but kind of shows the longevity of the stuff and yeah, how long it lasts, I guess.
And here we go on our maiden voyage with the old hopper bottom. Bon voyage. Looking snazzy. Cheers.